Welcome to the WHHI-TV Daily News. It's another great day in the Lowcountry. I'm Betsy McDaniel, and here are today's headlines. Lowcountry Congresswoman Nancy Mace did not attend President Biden's signing of the Respect for Marriage Act into law Tuesday, though she was one of the 39 House Republicans who voted for it, saying it balanced protecting the First Amendment, protecting religious liberty, and protecting the right of any two people to marry. She went on to say that the bill does not order businesses to serve those they do not want to. Mom, you've got some splaining to do. A parent was called after her 4-year-old son pulled a loaded ammunition magazine from his backpack during a class at the Hilton Head Early Childhood Center. The magazine had 14 rounds of live ammo in it. The mother said that ammo is usually in the car's glove compartment and must have fallen out at some point. And she believes her son accidentally picked it up as he was replacing the contents of his spilled backpack before he was dropped off at school. Speaking of some splaining to do, a fellow accused murderer and teenager used as bait to entrap a Bluffton man took the stand Wednesday in the trial of 24-year-old Devontae White of Beaufort. White is charged with kidnapping and murdering Timothy Milliken in his home in Bluffton's Westbury Park neighborhood in 2020. He is the first of 4 defendants to be tried in the case, much of which was caught on surveillance cameras. The 4, including Sarah Barr of Somerville, are accused of using Barr to set up a meeting with Milliken for sex. Then White, his brother Malik, and Jamal Coakley jumped out of the trunk of the car and killed Milliken. Folks looking for a place to get away from wintry weather this season have their sights set on Hilton Head and Myrtle Beach in their searches on TripAdvisor. Hilton Head was the 5th most popular destination, Myrtle Beach 10th in winter travel date searches. Both have also had increases in searches year over year. Chattanooga, Virginia Beach, and perhaps a bit strangely, Milwaukee topped the list. Beaufort County Council had been considering doing maintenance on private, beaten-up roads around the county so that emergency vehicles would have access to people on those roads. The council voted for the new ordinance twice, but ultimately voted the ordinance down after realizing that state law prohibits the use of public funds on private property that isn't used by the public. Councilor Larry McKellen said that further research indicated the county could end up suing itself over an illegal ordinance. County Council also voted to prohibit the use of shipping containers as homes, saying the containers couldn't pass safety building codes. And the city of Beaufort will have a new city manager by the first of the year. The city is hiring its human resources director, Scott Marshall. He takes over for the retiring Bill Prokop. Marshall is a retired Air Force officer who's held various positions in the county, from working on the election board to the Parks Department, and was also a deputy town manager in Bluffton. The media sources on your screen will have more on these and other stories, and we would love for you to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at WHHI-TV. And if you have an idea for a news story, we'd love to hear it, so drop us a line at news@WHHITV.com. And now here's Justin Jarrett with all the sports from last night in the Loco.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Loco on WHHI, powered by LocoSports.com. The high school hoop slate was a little light for a typical Tuesday with the holidays looming, but we still had a couple Loco-on-Loco clashes, including a rematch in Ridgeland between the Jaguars and the May River Sharks. Ridgeland getting in the groove in the first half as Kalen Riddle knocks down the smooth Jabe. It was in single digits all night long, but Jabian Harris was too tough. He finishes the and one, then Dylan Pryor gets open on the wing and drains the triple. And then it's Harris one more time for 3 of his game-high 16. Jags win 56-47. Macy Dow scored 8 points, and Casey Lang had 7 in a defensive struggle in the girls' game as the Sharks edged the Jags 24-20 to improve to 5-0. The Hilton Head Christian Academy girls also stayed unbeaten after holding off a challenge from visiting Bullock Academy. The Gators had the lead well into the third quarter before HHCA turned on the Jets and pulled away for a 65-46 win. The HHCA boys also stayed hot, blasting Bullock 67-30. Dirty Harry Skinner was red hot, splashing a trio of triples en route to a game-high 12 points. Elsewhere around the Loco, Battery Creek's girls picked up their 3rd straight win with a big night from Kiara Wilson, who had 34 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals in a 69-35 win over Colleton County. For Loco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
Thanks, Justin. And now let's take a look at that weather with Maria Soden.
Thanks, Betsy. Yep, so taking a look ahead, Thursday we are going to have thunderstorms throughout the day, so if you're going to be on the road, do be careful. Keep an eye out for any flood warnings in your area. We also are going to have damaging winds throughout the day, so if you have any decorations outside that you're afraid might fly away, you might want to bring them in. Temperature-wise, we are going to see an increase in temperature. Hilton Head's going to have a high of 69, a low of 51. Bluffton's going to have a high of 69, a low of 49. And Beaufort's going to have a high of 70 and a low of 51. The sunrise for Thursday is going to be at 7:16 and sunset's going to be at 5:20. Taking a look at the beach tides, low tide's going to be at 9:07 a.m. and high tide's going to be at 1:59 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week and into the weekend, Friday's going to be partly cloudy with highs in the upper 50s and lows in the 40s. Come Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy with highs in the 50s and lows in the 40s. And then come Sunday, it's going to be sunny with highs in the lower 50s and the lows are going to be in the 40s and 30s. That's it for today. Let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Maria. And we'll be back in just a moment with the latest from What's Happening in Bluffton with Tim Wood.